I'm David Haig from Creative Content. With every release of a new GoPro, the questions come thick and fast about best settings for as new users join the GoPro club. And actually the same can be said for DJI action cameras and others of the same type. First up, there is no such thing as the best settings for anything. There are far too many variables involved. So what are the major ones? These include the amount of light available, the ambience of that light, is it cloudy, bright sunlight, etc. The subject, is it moving or stationary, and how far away is it? And finally, of course, the audio. It's also a benefit to understand the basics of photography and videography, such as ISO, exposure, frame rate, resolution and more. The GoPro may be a little box chock full of electronic wizardry, but it is not magic, not by a long shot. It also has to be asked if the GoPro is the right camera for the job. There are innumerable instances of Facebook posts asking about using a GoPro to shoot sports matches, for example. Others ask about nighttime shooting, or when snorkeling, or scuba diving, riding motorbikes, and so on. In many of these instances, it is usually totally the wrong camera for the job. That sort of imaging needs access to focus, aperture, and focal length at the very least, and not one of these can be altered on a GoPro. GoPro, you see, is a fixed length, fixed focus, and fixed aperture camera. Generally, to shoot sport, unless you are a participant, you need a mirrorless camera that allows interchangeable lenses, such as a Fujifilm X S10, or better still, a dedicated video camera with a decent optical zoom. Not digital, not ever. Such a camera, for example, is a Panasonic HS-VX F1. Same applies to shooting at a concert. Forgetting the probable illegality of such a thing due to copyright, these are usually darkish affairs light-wise, punctuated by stage lights, lasers and so on. You need a camera that will cope with this, and a GoPro won't, as the low-light crappiness of GoPros is legendary. This is due in large part to a small sensor, but also again the non-option of changing the aperture. But if you want to strap a camera to your chest or helmet and kayak the length of the Murrumbidgee River, stick one on the handlebars of your mountain bike and careen along the Bibbulman Track, or snorkel around with whale sharks at Ningaloo, then the GoPro is your perfect fit. As long as you know what its limitations are and the way it should be set up according to the environment at that time. Just as you could use a screwdriver to bash in a nail, it is not the best tool for the job. A hammer is. The same applies to the GoPro. It is not suited to every form of photography or videography. Some seem to think it's a do-everything camera, and it just isn't. In fact, there is no such thing. The closest is probably your smartphone, but that is a whole other story, and probably longer than this one. The GoPro is known for overheating. There are a number of reasons this is so, and I'm baffled as to how DJI has managed to solve the problem with the Osmo action camera, but GoPro can't. There are some things you can do to assist. First, turn off every function you are not using, such as the front screen, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, voice control, horizon leveling and so on. Each of these chew processor power and hence generate heat. Second, if you can, power the camera externally from a reputable power bank after removing the standard battery. Third, try not to run it for extended periods. From my experience, 10 to 15 minute sessions seem about right, but of course your mileage may vary, so experiment and stay within the limitations you find. I hope this video has been helpful. To see other tutorials from Creative Content, go to the YouTube channel web address you see on the screen, and please subscribe to be advised of new tutorials when they become available. If you have any comments, questions or suggestions, feel free to contact me via the email address at the bottom of the screen. I'm David from Creative Content. Thanks for watching. Oh, one more thing. If you use a GoPro or other action type camera, I think you'll like my free 60-page e-magazine. You can download it from my website at www.creativecontent.au and select the option in the menu bar.